As the international break comes to an end, it's time to resume our favorite league and our favorite game. Hey there, what's going on, everybody? Welcome on into this episode of Winning Bets. That's right, the international break's over and the Premier League is back. And with that, a chance to win $50,000 over on the NBC Sports Predictor app. You guys know how this goes by now. 5 games. That's all they give you is 5 games. You got to correctly predict all 5 of those games, give them the right result and the score. They take home that $50,000. If nobody can do it, we can still win a guaranteed $1,000 prize. If you get the most points right, 4 points right for the result, 10 points right if you get that correct result right as well. Hey guys, don't also forget, I'm also giving away $25 each and every single week if you join the Winning Bets League. How do you join the Winning Bets League? All you gotta do is grab that information from this video description, grab that information, and join the league and compete against your fellow Winning Bet supporters for $25 each and every single week. But last week, Match Week 7 was worth $50 because we had a tie in Week 6. The $25 rolled in Week 7, so $50 were up for the grabs in Match Week number 7, and it looks like S. Lowry 7. So S. Lowry 7 takes home that prize with 28 points. Good entry by them. They got 2 correct scores right, and then they also got 2 other games right where they were able to get that correct result right. So really good showing there by S. Lowry, getting 28 points and winning $50 from me along the process. So guys, don't forget, if you want to win $25 coming up this week on Match Week number 8, just join the league. Again, the information is in this video description. How did I do last week? I only got 14 points right. What a stinker of a performance by me. I got 1 correct score right and 1 result right. So, need to do better right there. And with that being said, let's jump on to Match Week number 8 games. Game number 1 is Leicester versus my Manchester United. Look, Manchester United's going to have a crisis going on at the center back position. They've got no Varane. He was injured over international duty. And then Maguire, he was injured a couple weeks ago playing in the Premier League. So you got no Maguire, no Varane. That's going to lead to a center back position or a pairing of Lindelof and Bailly. Coach says it could be Phil Jones, but Phil Jones is certainly going to be on the bench. Guy hasn't played the Premier League in a couple seasons now as he's been trying to come back from injury. So you're going to get Bailly and you're going to get Lindelof. We know Lindelof, he can get beat in the air. That is not something that he's very strong at, is winning aerial duels. And Bailly, I mean, quite frankly, while Bailly is good, I like his last-ditch defending. He's a walking penalty. I mean, the guy is just, he defends, and when he throws his body, he'll have no hesitation in throwing his body, but that seems to kind of get him in trouble. His body kind of gets out of control a little bit, and he can draw some penalties. So maybe look for that. That could be something that maybe Leicester could look to take advantage of, is his aggressiveness in the box right there. Otherwise, for Leicester, they're just not really shooting all that much this season. They're in 16th place in terms of shots taken in the Premier League. Manchester United, to give you perspective, they're in 3rd. Now Manchester United's got a little bit more firepower, but Leicester has firepower in Iheanacho, in Vardy, and Perez, and Madison, and Tielemans. They've got nice pieces. They've got nice attacking pieces. They should not be in 16th place in the Premier League standings in terms of shots taken. So they need to work on getting that. And this is a good spot for them to do that. The Foxes are at home this week at the King Power Stadium, so they'll look to have more of the possession, more of the attacking brand of football. Maybe look for United to play them on the counter, which is certainly their strength. They can hit teams on the counter with Ronaldo and Greenwood. Hopefully they don't play Pogba on that other wing. Hopefully you do see a Sancho, and if so, that'll lend them to play more of this attacking brand of football. But I think Leicester can get it done in terms of getting a result in this game just due to the center back, partnership that United will have, and maybe they'll play a little bit more defensive again, a little bit more counter-attacking football, which they can nick a goal out of, but I don't know if that'll lend to them getting all 3 points. So I actually see this one in a draw. This one will be in a draw. I've got this one at a 1-1 draw. Both teams will find the back of the net. It'll be entertaining at times, but they'll share the points at the King Power Stadium. All right, for the next one, let's move it along to Brentford versus Chelsea. You got Chelsea table toppers. Chelsea is leading the Premier League with 16 points. Let's talk about Brentford first, because I think Brentford has been impressive. They beat West Ham last week. That was actually a prediction that I got right. I talked about how maybe West Ham was going to be a little slow on these games where they come after Europa League, and that's exactly what happened. Brentford was able to get a good result and a good win up against West Ham. They sit in 12th place. They sit in 7th place with 12 points. Remember, they also played Liverpool not too recently, a 3-3 game at home, a thriller up against Liverpool. Some really good goals were had in that game outside the box. Nice strikes were taken in that one. If we look at Chelsea, though, this is now going to be their 4th game so far this campaign on the road. They've been good on the road, quite frankly. They've got 2 wins and a draw, and they've been playing top competition competition. They played Arsenal, Tottenham, and Liverpool all on the road this season and got a good result in all 3 of those games. Again, this one's on the road. We've seen Brentford. They play good at home. Again, we mentioned that. They've got a good performance coming up this week up against West Ham. I like Brentford to get a goal, though. I think that they can take advantage of Chelsea. A lot of their players are obviously involved in international break or Chelsea players. And we know how Brentford, again, they play at home. They're going to be full of confidence at that win coming up against West Ham. So they'll get a goal. But I think Chelsea will be able to get a win. They'll squeak one out. This will be a late one. They'll get a late winner in that 80th plus minute is what Chelsea will do. So go ahead and give me a Chelsea 2-1 win. Should be a good game. I look forward to that one right there. So 2-1 Chelsea win. The next one we got here is Everton versus West Ham. You're starting to see a trend here with Everton, and they were conceding possession up under Rafa Benitez, and they even conceded possession at home against a Norwich squad. Norwich and Southampton. Normally, you don't really concede possession at home, and certainly up against a Norwich and Southampton team, you would expect to have the lion's share of the possession, but that's just not the case up under Rafa Benitez. They better not give away the possession to West Ham. I think maybe they need to change their strategy, because if they do the same old strategy of, hey, you guys take the possession, we'll kind of do with it when we have it, or kind of hit you guys on the counter, I think that's going to be the wrong strategy up against this West Ham team. So maybe look to see Rafa Benitez maybe change that up a little bit. Last campaign, the away side won both fixtures 1-0. So that's an interesting little nugget of information that, how the match unfolded last season in this head-to-head fixture. And the last 5 Premier League head-to-heads have all seen under 2.5 goals happen, and they've also seen 1 draw in those. So we're not getting a lot of goals for whatever reason in this fixture. I think that could change this season with the way Rafa Benitez has been setting up, giving away possession. This is not a team you want to give away possession to. Go ahead and give me a West Ham 2-1 win. I think West Ham has more than enough firepower with Fornals and Bowen and Antonio leading the line right there. They'll have Declan Rice up under them. They'll have Mark Noble on the pitch. They'll have Souček on the pitch. They have enough attacking prowess to go ahead and take advantage of a West Ham team that is more than likely going to give away possession, try to hit them on the counter up under Rafa Benitez style. West Ham will get it done, 2-1. If we go ahead and look at the next fixture here, it's between Newcastle and Tottenham. This one's been good over the last couple seasons. You had a 1-1 draw last season and a 2-2 draw last season, so both of these teams are generally able to have good possessions of spells in this game. Newcastle's winless on the season. This is a home game. Boy, they've got to start getting some points, and mainly got to start getting some wins. You need 3 points at a time. You can't be surviving in the Premier League by only getting 1 win or 1 point at a time right there. The Spurs aren't scoring much, so maybe this is a good opportunity for Newcastle to find the back of the net, as the Spurs only have 6 goals so far in 7 games. Newcastle aren't a whole hell of a lot better, though. They've only got 8 goals and they're 7 games, but they're creating more chances, right? They're only got 8 goals, but this is a team that is creating more chances than what they're finding the back of the net. The Spurs, generally speaking, they're not creating a whole hell of a lot of chances. They've only got those 6 goals. This is not coming from a lot of chances right there. Newcastle, though, they're conceding 6 more goals on the season, so this could be a recipe for where Tottenham really gets on the score sheet and finds the back of the net on a few fair number of times. So we look at the home and away form. I found this interesting, the home and away form. So obviously the home form for Newcastle and the away form there for Tottenham. It says over 2.5 goals is going to hit. I know Tottenham had some early under 2.5s, but their away form mixed with the Newcastle home form would suggest an over 2.5 is going to hit in this game. I like Spurs, though. Spurs is going to be too much here for Newcastle. I like for them to start finding the back of the net. This is a good opponent to do it against, but I also think Spurs will give one up. So go ahead and give me a Spurs 3-1 win. Both these teams will find the back of the net. Spurs will pull it out, though, in a 3-1 finish. Then the last game of the week takes us to Monday afternoon, where we've got Arsenal going up against Crystal Palace. We've got some common head-to-head opponents that we can go ahead and look at so far in the season. They both absolutely destroyed Tottenham. Crystal Palace took care of them recently at home, and that was before the red card happened. They were in control of that game against Tottenham, and then Arsenal took care of them in the North London derby, winning that game easily by halftime, going into that halftime by 3-0. They've also both had Brighton as a common opponent, and they both have a draw. So we have a common opponent against Tottenham, a common opponent against Brighton with the same result against both of those clubs. Then maybe we can lean on that right there. Home form for Arsenal is pretty good. 2 wins, 1 draw right there, so 2-1 right there. Away form for Palace is 0-1-2. They've got 2 losses. They are not competing very well outside of Selhurst Park at all. And that's what I think I'm going to lean on right there. As we know, Palace has been a better home form, but they're not doing all that great away from Selhurst Park. Combine that with the Arsenal team that is getting better after recent early struggles on in the season. They've settled on their nice A lineup, a lineup that can really compete with a lot of clubs in the Premier League, maybe except for the heavy hitters, your Liverpool and Cities. I think their A lineup can compete with a lot of clubs, and it can certainly do the job up against Crystal Palace at home at the Emirates. So go ahead and give me an Arsenal win. I think they'll win this game 2-0. They'll be able to keep Crystal Palace. They'll be able to frustrate Zaha leading the line right there, their main threat right there. They'll be able to keep him quiet, keep Crystal Palace quiet. So go ahead and give me an Arsenal 2-0 win. Okay, guys, that's how we'll do it for a chance to win $50,000 on match week number 8. Don't forget, guys, on the same YouTube channel, I host a show on Thursday afternoons called Between the Posts. Me and my friend Matt break down all 10 games in the Premier League. We do it at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll give you leans and official bets for all 10 games of the Premier League. So I encourage you guys to check that out live, interact with us, give us your thoughts on these games as we break them down at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday afternoons. Or if you can't catch it live, go ahead and check out that replay, as we'll give you guys plenty of winning bets that you can add to your pocket. All right, guys, that's how we'll do it again for match week number 8. As always, I wish you guys good luck on your picks, and we'll see you back here next week for match week number 9. That was a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and good luck with your picks. If interested in placing real sports bets, then check out my latest daily free sports betting video in the bottom right corner. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next contest.